today we're talking about sizing, about how to know what size you are and what that means for what size skate you might need.
Particularly because a lot of the brands that we stock are not actually made in the UK. In fact, oh, stop. Okay, that's staying in the edit.
It's because it's got a
Oh my God. So we have skates made by Moxie, Rydell, Sure Grip, who are American brands and use American sizing. And then we also stock Weefer and Kaya, who I think are probably the best known ones. Although Slades also used to use them, use EU sizing, which is different. So where do we start?
I think maybe let's start with the Moxies because they are the top of the pile.
Yep.
Okay, so Moxie is kind of part of the Rydell family, but they obviously have their own little sub-family.
Yes.
So one thing that we find confusing, people find confusing.
But UK customers, like UK shoppers,
customers, is the sizing. So if you are a size 6 in the UK and you go and order a size 6 in, say, a Moxie, that's actually going to be a US size 6, which is a UK size 5. We're just going to say a lot of numbers in this video today.
It's going to be a lot of numbers.
So US, typically, the size in the States will be one size bigger than it is in the UK.
Although in the US, men and women have completely different shoe size systems.
Yes.
In the UK, we do not.
No.
There's simply just the one shoe size.
Yes.
We obviously do differ in terms of the cut of the shoe and the width of the shoe.
Yeah.
And that can make shoes feel like they're different sizes. So if like you go into TK Maxx and have a bit of a wander about, the size 6 in like a flat ballet pump will feel quite different to, I don't know, a Timberland boot or something, or a trainer. It will feel different, but it could still be a size 6.
Yes.
You know, you get me in terms of that kind of difference.
Yeah, like there's no kind of uniform system. There should be technically because they use kind of the same sizing, but each shoe will feel different.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you're shopping in TK Maxx in like the bit that's aimed at women or the bit that's aimed at men. You shop where you want. It's a size 6 is a size 6. In the US, that is not the case. And the sizing is quite different.
Yeah.
So what do we need to know about Moxie?
So is it a men's US?
Yes. So Moxie use only one of those sizes, which is kind of helpful. Rydell do use both, and you need to specify if it's a men's model or a women's model, because the actual kind of mold that they build skates on at the Rydell factory, the shape of the foot is different, and it's different according to the model that you choose. And if you're like, this is too much information, that's fine. Skip on to the next chapter. But the shape of the last, which is what the foot mold is called, is different. So the sole shape is different, and that means that the width here at the ball of the foot can be different, because we know people have got different feet widths, and you want a comfortable skate. So Moxie use just men's US sizes, even though you might argue that it's quite a sort of feminine looking brand.
Yes.
They still use men's US sizes. So for us in the UK, we choose one size bigger than our size. So if you're a size 5 in UK, you would choose
a 6.
Moxie 6.
So I'm a 5.5, and these are 6.5.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, of course, if you've got a wide foot, then you might decide based on the material or whatever it is you're buying, like the Beach Bunny is quite a stiff vinyl. You might think, do you know what? I actually want to go up 2 sizes.
Yes.
Or you might think I'm a half size, like a 5.5. You might think a US 6 is only half a size bigger, and it doesn't feel big enough if you've got a wide foot. So you might actually go up another whole size.
Yeah. The other problem with half sizes as well is, which we were talking about earlier, is if you've got an entry level skate or you don't want to go crazy on your budget, you'll find that there isn't any half sizes until you start getting into the mid-range and upper range of skates.
And like mid-range skates, you're looking 350 quid.
Yeah.
It's not a cheap hobby,
No.
but everything is made in fairly small batches, and the quality is just delightful.
It is delightful. Yeah. So just bear that in mind, though.
Very durable.
We're sizing up with the half sizes.
So often we would adjust to fit based on our sock choices, because we like a thick sock.
Do you like a thick sock?
We do enjoy a thick sock.
We do.
And we might also use padding,
insoles
inner
or
soles.
inserts.
Yeah, Rydell have a special kind of inner sole called a fit kit, where you can adjust the arch support and how much kind of heel support you've got and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or you can just buy yourself some like gel inner soles or something like that, whatever makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Keep your feet nice and cool so that you can skate for a bit longer.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay, so the fit of the beach bunnies then.
The fit, I find them a little narrow. But as I said, so this area here is kind of what we call the toe box, because it is the box where your toes will live.
Your toes shall live in this box forever.
This is your box of toes. I have that sounds like a creepy serial killer thing to have. I have quite a wide toe box, so I personally find the bunnies to be a little narrow. But I know a lot of our customers who have normal non-hobbit feet really like the fit of the bunnies.
Yep.
And they're good for, I would say, standard fit.
Yes, definitely.
I would say standard width on the fitting.
Very durable. They are
durable.
vinyl, so they will take time to break in. They are very, very stiff at the beginning.
Yep.
I remember having a pair of these, and Moxie brought them out after the Lolly. So the Lolly was their very first roller skate in the series of Moxie skates. Then I think the Jackboot came out, and then after that the Beach Bunny came out. I have not fact checked this. This is from memory, but maybe I will fact check it.
Yeah, this I don't remember. This is the Lolly. So as you can see, it's a soft boot. It's a lovely soft boot. So some people prefer a soft boot to a stiff boot. A lot of the time it's depending on what kind of skating
it depends on the trauma of breaking in your childhood school shoes brings back. If it's too much, then you probably just want to go with a suede boot, but a suede boot will cost a bit more because the material is more expensive. Like, it's more durable, it will last you for longer, but it's more expensive.
Yes, but these ones as well, I find the molding to your foot is a lot quicker.
Yes,
as well. The bunny, and there will be more kind of room for kind of sizing issues with like the suede. So if you've got if your boot's a little bit tight, for example with a stiff vinyl, that's not going to give in the same way to accommodate that.
No.
So sometimes if you're trying on a skate and it's a little bit too tight, the suede will give out.
Yeah.
To
it will kind of ease.
Yes, ease.
You can also get things like shoe stretchers.
Yes.
And you can get like Angelus, who are a shoe. It's like the shoe dyes and the shoe care. Shoe care. They do a stretch spray. Now it is intended for leather, but recently we did have one of our skate family use them on his vinyl skates to try and stretch them out quite successfully. Yeah.
I didn't think of using.
No, so that's and I wasn't sure it would work. They were rookie skates. They weren't Beach Bunnies.
Yeah, so the rookies are a softer,
slightly softer vinyl, but I think the most recent wave of rookies are not necessarily the softest, but the Beach Bunnies just don't go up to that size that he needs anyway. Like the biggest UK size is a 9.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a 9 or 10.
US 10 is the biggest size, so it's a UK size 9.
Yeah.
The rest of the Moxie range, which includes the Jackboot and the Lolly, do go larger.
So this is a 12.5, so 11.5 UK in the Jackboot.
And the reason we have this one in, which is really unusual, is because we wanted to confidently fit a customer who wanted a higher level Rydell boot.
Yes.
But they were understandably pretty hesitant to buy a really high level Rydell boot without feeling secure, because the boot they're coming from is not at all like this. It's not a heeled boot. It's a completely different style. So the fit is very different. And we want to help our customers feel really confident as well. So, we need you to understand this is how it's going to fit on your foot.
We took the customer's kind of normal shoe size.
Yes, normal shoe size. And what skate size they were in now?
And then because they were on the larger size, we didn't have these in our fitting stock.
No.
So we ordered in kind of these larger size skates to cover kind of, I think, size 12, 11.
Maybe even, do we have a 13?
Yeah, I think so. So we are always trying to build out our fitting stock as well, because we want to be able to cater to as many people as possible. Especially in the larger sizes, it is difficult because a lot of the models don't go that big.
No, and so you kind of feel a little bit squeezed, don't you? Because it means you're forced into, well, I have to spend more money in order to get a really nice skate, but then you've got a skate that will just last and last and last.
Yeah.
So it is a tricky place to be. There are brands that do a complete build. You don't have to go down that route, but they are still going to be tricky to keep in stock in the UK. So most of the time they do end up being ordered in. Like we have got a couple to try on, and we've actually got up to a size UK 15 in our higher skates. So if someone wanted to come and try some on, they can.
Yes.
That is possible. But for this purpose, it was really fascinating when they actually came to try them on in the skate fitting, that all of the boots were way too big.
Yeah, like far too big.
Yeah. They were wearing, was it an 11 and a half?
No,
in their current skates, but the current skates were not Rydell, Moxie brand, anything like one of the American skates.
No.
So again, this style, the fit, everything about it is really different. So we were like, cool, well, we'll start with the 11 and a half. That makes sense. It's kind of what you're already in. Like, no, they're too big. And we went, okay, we'll go to the 11, still too big. And then I think we actually went to a 10, and the 10 was a little bit too small.
Yeah.
But we actually went with, okay, so we could either sit at 10 and a half for this particular model, because it's also to do with how much padding is on the inside. Yeah. Anyway, we were not intending to talk about that high level skate. It was more the
sizing from what the customer thought, from what they've been wearing previously, from the shoes they wear like every single day. Their actual skate size was
in this brand.
In this style.
Completely different. So it's so hard to buy roller skates on the internet. And I think I've seen quite a lot of stuff. I was really active on TikTok last summer, and there's a lot of stuff on there about how expensive it is when even if you're buying off those massive online warehouses that shall remain nameless on my channel. But even those places, because people were like, I don't know what I'm buying, so I'm just buying this thing. You can read all the reviews and hope for the best, but sometimes the reviews are conflicting. So I think you have to be careful, because when people will sometimes come to us and go, oh, I've done my research, I know what size I am. And we're like, great. When you say research, what does that mean? And what does it look like? Because people used to do this a lot in the pandemic. They'd come and say, okay, I've done my research, I've watched all these videos, I've been on Reddit. Stay away from Reddit. Because a lot of it is very American in terms of those forums that people would join at that time. Not saying that that's how it is now. And people would go on there and go, okay, if you are a woman buying skates, you need to size down. So our UK 5 customer would order a Moxie size 4. And as we've told you, they are not. That wouldn't be the right size.
Because
you need to go
have
up.
Separate women's and male scales as well.
So they were like, that information was intended for a woman living in America who uses US women's sizes, not a UK-based customer looking to buy that brand. Do you get us? Okay. So there was constant problems with people going like, this isn't right. Yeah. And it was obviously a pain. We had a much smaller voice, much smaller presence at that time. And it was, okay, people are just getting the wrong information. How do we help them get the right information? Like, we can only just keep talking about it. But people will come to us time and time and time again and go, I'm so frustrated. I've bought these and they're the wrong size. And I didn't realize that they were the right size. And then you wear them out somewhere and then you can't return them. So we always say to people, when you try on your skates at home, wear them on a soft surface, not a hard floor. Put them on a carpet, on a rug, even on a towel on the floor, just to protect the wheels, so that you can stand up in them, put your weight in them, figure out if they fit or not. And then with us, we'll do an exchange, no problem. And like, if you really don't like them and they're not a custom, you can return them. Yeah. But if the wheels are marked, if you've skated around in them, we can't take them back.
Yeah. So I ordered, I remember, I think it would have been like my third pair of skates, and I've been saving for ages. And I was like, these are the skates for me, and I ordered them, and they were not the skates for me.
No.
But I attempted to convince myself through several months of foot pain and sad toes that they were right for me, because I'd spent so much money and I'd skate in them, and there was like no going back on.
The toes died in the toe box.
My toes died in my toe box. They were very, very, very sad.
That is so sad.
So yes, we have lived the many.
We have. And actually, my first pair of skates, I was too scared to ask questions. Like, as a recovering people pleaser, I'm still recovering, but at that time, you know, it was over 15 years ago now, I was very much a people pleaser, and I definitely couldn't ask all the questions. So my first skates were a European brand, but I used hockey skates. And someone at the roller derby league that I was training at, I was like, oh, I'm a UK 6 usually, sometimes a 6.5, it depends on the shoe. Anyway, I tried on these skates. I think they were a 6. She was like, oh, I'm a 6, you can try mine on. I skated them. I was like, oh my gosh, these are perfect. These are great. Then they went, great. So you're going to go to this website, and then you're going to order the skates you want. And they do this like beginner package thing where you don't need to choose which boot and which plate separately. You like don't need to worry about that. Just get this package. Like, here's a link. Just go buy those.
Rookie type package.
Yeah. And they were all in EU sizes. There was no equivalent UK size, and I didn't know what to do. And I didn't know the people at the league very well. Like, the communication and everything was just not as easy back then.
No.
And I kind of thought, oh, I really want these skates. I want to turn up to the next session with my own skates. And now I don't know what to order. So I kind of plumped for the size that I thought, oh, I'll go with the bigger size because then it might be okay. It was the wrong decision. So I had skates that were too big. My first pair of skates, I think I had them for a year and a half. They were too big, and I padded them out. I laced them as tightly as I could. I had laces that were like over 3 meters long. I used to tie around here and right around the back of the heel to try and lock my foot in place. It just wasn't right. It was not right.
So between us, we've had too small and too big.
They were too big, and it meant when you came to do speed laps, my whole foot would literally slide to the outside of the skate. And this is really gross, so I'm going to put some kind of like caption or sticker on the screen, and a big flashing warning. All the skin at that place on my foot started to build up as my feet were sliding. So I had like really manky bits. Yes, the callousing. Disgusting.
So I was losing my toenails.
Oh,
don't do that.
So health warnings over. But do trim your toenails regularly.
I mean, these were just getting crushed. So we're done. We're out.
So EU sizing wise.
Let's do that before we gross everybody.
Including ourselves.
So
EU sizing wise, I've got the Weefers. These quite usefully do come with a UK and a US equivalent.
Yes.
And it's really tricky, isn't it? Because I would say they're kind of true to size, but also what does that even mean? What does true to size mean? Because we know in women's clothing, like you say, oh, I'm a dress size 12. In which shop? In which range of clothing? So, you know, it's kind of meaningless in some ways. That's a nice colour, though.
It's a nice colour. I like.
Oh, hello.
It's giving me a very retro feel.
Yeah, isn't it? This is my size. Okay, hello. Hello. Anyway.
I like how we're both like, hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Blue Boo.
Hello. So, yeah. The best thing to do is to measure your foot and use what we call like the universal measurement of Mondo point, which is literally centimeters. Just measure your foot. I know the Americans use inches. It's irritating, okay? But we have to work in both. So if you get stuck, you can ask us a question if you're in the UK and you're very confused between sizing outside of the UK, and we'll do our best to help you find the right skate. Like, ultimately, I'm going to say the decision is yours, okay? We cannot be responsible for how things fit on your feet when we have not met, okay? That is not something that we are willing to be accountable for.
If we have not measured your feet ourselves, then we cannot guarantee
anything. No, sorry. We'll always do our best to help you based on like the thousands of people who've tried skates on and that we've supported. And any stories that we've heard about feet, I feel like we've heard them all.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
People who've had,
and people who
have
like
pain, people who struggle with ankles, people who've got metal in their feet, people, all of the things.
All of the things, but also like.
Also, I feel someone who was an amputee.
Oh yeah, no, I remember.
So
yeah. Also, you don't have weird feet. Everyone thinks they have weird feet. So either we all have weird feet, or no one.
We all have weird feet.
Yeah, which is absolutely fine. So with the EU sizes, I tend to find these ones, as we were saying with the half sizes, actually had someone today as well. Sometimes the EU sizes will be more accommodating for people with half size feet.
Yeah, because so this one, a 41. I think I got this box out specifically to show you.
Yeah.
A 41, strictly speaking, is a UK 7.5,
Yep.
and a 40 is strictly speaking a UK 6.5.
Yep.
A 39 is a 6. So a 40.5 is a 7.
Yeah, so their full sizes line up to our half sizes.
Yes.
So then if you have the full size, sometimes you'll need to order an EU half size.
Okay, so ask us if you're not sure, basically. If you're going, my brain is now melting and I'm really not sure, you can ask us. But you do need to know how to measure your foot, right? VIFA do a very useful download where you can download like kind of foot outline tracings.
Yes.
You can print them out. They're the right size. Don't scale them, and then they'll be the right size. Print them out, and then you can like stand up and look at what your foot is doing as to whether the length and the width, and it will give you an indication. That is all. You can't obviously feel the 3D-ness of it on a flat piece of paper. And I know this seems really obvious, but people ask us, they do ask us these kinds of questions. So
the other thing
it.
we have as well is sometimes the length of your foot will be a certain size, but when you measure around your foot, so that again, this is
all the way around,
the widest part of kind of the toe box area we were talking about before, that measurement might be a different size.
Yes.
Again, this is to do with like the sizing up and the sizing down, but also to do with the skates. So if your width measurement is saying you might be close to the next size up, in a really stiff boot, that boot is not going to accept that measurement. In a boot that has more kind of give in the material, it might allow for that kind of difference, because then you're still keeping the length, so your foot's not sliding around, but you're not crushing your toe.
You also have to think about, what are you doing with your skates and what kind of fit do you like? I like my skates like on the generous side. I like to have room for my toes to wiggle. I like to pad them out. I'm going to put insoles in there.
You should always have a wiggle. I think there should be the ability to have a wiggle.
But I'm a trainer's girly through and through all the time. I don't wear shoes.
See,
Doc Martens are like, no, it's a no from me.
I mean, we've established that I don't wear shoes.
Yeah, that is true.
But
Get rid of them.
Yeah. I don't wear shoes a lot of the time. My skates are quite snug though. I like a snugness.
Okay.
So
I've tried it,
Yeah.
but I might have tried it in the wrong boot.
I think it's just personal.
Yeah,
Personal
yeah, for
preference
sure.
as well, though.
Because I think I tried a more snug fitting skate, but in a Rydell leather boot as opposed to a suede boot, which is what I'm used to. So a suede boot that's a bit loose and kind of comfortable. I'd call it like a comfort fit versus a snug fit. But it depends what you want to do. So if you really want to be very, very precise, you need a snug fit. If you're just pootling about, having a nice time.
I mean, if you look at so many, like the London scene in particular, that those are not snug skates. Like you'll find that different styles of skating as well.
You like the hockey skates?
Yeah,
and sometimes with a hockey skate, I mean, people don't even lace them up fully, do they? Just like take the whole foot out and then slide it back in.
Yeah. So like you might be like, you guys are crazy. What are you talking about? I need it to fit. So it is some level of personal preference.
Yeah, definitely. So you've got to work out what do you like.
Yes.
What kind of style do you want? I would say we specialise more in fitted skates than not fitted skates. If you want hockey skates, we're probably not your gals.
No,
and that's okay.
We love a bit of hockey. We just don't.
In terms of heeled versus flat, like we can talk to you about differences between those. We can fit you for differences between those, like how they feel. And if you come here for skate fitting, it's not uncommon for you to try like 6 pairs on.
Yeah, I think I got up to 8 today. So.
And that is why we charge a skate fitting price, because and we make you stand on a little mat. But yeah, there's a reason for that, because it takes quite a lot of our time. We ask you lots of questions. I promise we're not prying. It's just to try and help you get the best fit possible for you. And so you can make a really informed decision. That is all.
Yes, I think that's,
I don't think I have any more to say about that.
No, I don't think so. I think we're good. Yay!
Yes! Okay. If we did not answer your question about skate fitting, then in the description, I might actually put some information on how you can contact us. Yeah. Sometimes I threaten to do that and then I don't actually do it. So we'll see.
Yeah, do it.
I'll try and do it.
Yeah, nice.
That's the plan. Okay, nice.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to put these away. These are nice. They're a nice colour.
Nice colour.